Hi, this is Samina Sheikh here on Zoom channel, and with me today I have Bhumi Pednekar and Pulkit. Join me as I welcome both of them on Zoom.
Thank you, Samina.
Lovely to have both of you.
Thank you.
I want to know from you, Pulkit, starting with you, why the name is Bhakshak?
Why the name is Bhakshak? When you start not behaving like a human, you became one. So the people who are in the film who are not behaving like how normal people do, they are Bhakshak. That's why it's Bhakshak.
Talking to you, Bhumi, you're playing a journalist, and it's not the journalist of glamour. It's a journalist on, talking on serious subject. How difficult was it also, because it also talks about something which does exist, somewhere in our society, it happens. How was it for you?
It was a big reality check, because yes, I'm playing a journalist, and, as you rightly said, she's not a journalist who belongs to like some big structure. It's just her cameraman that Sanjay ji plays, and a mic. The only thing that she has that sets her apart from everybody else is that she has courage. She has the courage to go ask questions. She has the courage to go find her way out, and she actually impacts the lives of all these young girls. मुझे इतनी प्रेरणा मिली है वैशाली सिंह के किरदार से, क्योंकि पता है पुलकित सर ने पिछले इंटरव्यू में बात कही थी कि हीरो को नहीं पता कि वो हीरो है ना। हीरोइज्म आपके अंदर कहीं होती है, और कुछ ऐसा हो जाता है कि आप ऐसी चीजें कर देते हो जो बाद में लोग कहते हैं ये हीरोइक था। वो एक आम लड़की है, और जो उसने चीज सुनी है, ये फिल्म किसके ऊपर है? फिल्म बच्चों के ऊपर, जो सेक्सुअल ऑफेंसेस हुए हैं, जो, और ये एक फिक्शनल फिल्म है जो बहुत सारी ट्रू इवेंट से इंस्पायर्ड है। तो मेरे हिसाब से एक ऐसा ऑफेंस, इससे नीचे कुछ हो नहीं सकता। एंड वी आर स्पीकिंग ऑफ, जो हमने रिसर्च भी की थी, जो चीजें हमारे सामने आई थी, चिल्ड्रन एज यंग एज 3 years old, so what I went through, or what I think so आपके लिए भी थोड़ा ये बोल रही हूँ कि I think just as creators, इन्होंने और इनकी co-writer ज्योत्सना, जो इन्होंने साथ में फिल्म लिखी है, जितने भी एक्टर्स हैं, we all were very deeply moved by the film. What made it easier was कि एक फिल्म एक ऐसे तरीके से बनाई गई है कि आप ये फिल्म देख पाते हो। तो जब मैंने स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ी थी, I went through the script, it made me very angry. लेकिन जब मैंने वो रिसर्च मटेरियल पढ़ा, मैंने कहा it's a lot.
Now I have to ask you, Bhumi, and the incidents which have been narrated, exactly 3 years ago, I was traveling and I got a call from Sunil Shetty, and he told me he got involved in one of these cases, and not related to your movie, but where he's trying to help all the children who are going through human trafficking. And that time, we were doing the interviews and all regarding this. Many film stars also come forward when there are such cases like that. They try to give, shelter, they try to provide food, or, help for that matter. Have you also been associated like that with any of these NGOs where you could, give your focus and attention?
Actually, I have since 2017, when I was shooting for Sonchariya. In the area in Madhya Pradesh that we were shooting, I wouldn't get into the details because, it is about children's, it is sensitive.
Okay.
I would not give any names, etc. But this organization was run for rescue children. And I'm very, very deeply involved with them. They are my children, and you have children. Now they basically have children from different walks as well. And we try and take in whatever our max capacity is. But that's why the story is very, very personal to me as well.
Yeah. And last we spoke, and I remember again traveling, and we were talking about Badhai Do, and it was nominated that time, and you were very overwhelmed with the response you had got. And I've seen you, Bhumi, you're very selective with your subjects now.
Yes.
You're not getting into that entertainment side only, but you're also doing movies heavily, in fact, which focuses on social issues. Does that help you, because that is where you want to showcase your talent as?
Absolutely. I feel as an actor, there are two places that stems from. As an actor, it gives me an opportunity to really challenge myself. Today after the trailer, a whole bunch of people from the fraternity viewed the trailer, and there was this gentleman who came and told me कि आप ना हमारी हार्टलैंड की हीरोइन है, और हमने बहुत टाइम बाद आपको देखा ऐसे, आप हमारी हार्टलैंड की हीरोइन। I was like, okay, thank you. And I think there are a lot of stories in that part of India that don't come forward. And I find a lot of challenge, solace, और मुझे as a performer उन कहानियों में बहुत मजा आता है और मैं बहुत strive भी करती हूँ उन कहानियों में.
Which was the most challenging scene for you to shoot in this movie?
पूरी फिल्म ही चैलेंजिंग थी यार, बिकॉज स्पेशली द शेल्टर होम पार्ट्स, क्योंकि बाहर की दुनिया जब भूमि वगैरह थे तो ये लोग मजे हुए एक्टर हैं, इनको पता है कि इनको क्या, वो शेल्टर होम वाला पार्ट बहुत चैलेंजिंग था क्योंकि बच्चे इन्वॉल्व थे, सेंसिटिव था सब्जेक्ट, उनके ऊपर है, तो वो बहुत चैलेंजिंग था अंदर शूट करना शेल्टर होम के. प्लस ऑल्सो द स्पेसेस वर नॉट, इट वाज नॉट अ सेट, इट वाज लाइव लोकेशन, तो सेट नहीं था, तो स्पेस क्रैम्प्ड अप थे, बच्चे भी थे आपके साथ, आपको एक सर्टेन वे से बिहेव भी करना. चैलेंजिंग सीन, I don't know if I can talk about the scene. This will come after film, na interview.
Yes.
So challenging scene was, there's a scene with of Aditya Srivastav sitting in the room, you know, and talking to those kids with cigarette in his hand, and he starts hitting them with the belt. That thing, that I think I could not sleep that night after that scene. The way he has behaved, the way the actors have acted was absolutely amazing.
What about you, Bhumi? Which was the most challenging scene for you to shoot?
I think emotionally the most challenging scene for me, मैं technically नहीं बोलूँगी, emotionally जो film का end है, actually just end ही हो गया. Where's the first time she sees the kids come out? I was, because you know the thing is that we've researched, I know ये हुआ है, of course they are actors, you know, but there was something, but I as a character had a journey for me to reach that point. It was very difficult for me because you know you've seen those visuals on TV जहाँ पे छोटी छोटी बच्चों के ना मुंह रैप करके दुपट्टे से ताकि उनकी आइडेंटिटी सेफ रहे, है ना, छोटी छोटी, you've seen all this happen and there was so much realism in what was happening at that point because हमें ना even जो पुलकित सर का shooting style भी है, he really keeps it real, you know, जो वो माहौल बनाते हैं. And I remember this had happened so naturally क्योंकि मैं और संजय जी जो, I'm a journalist, he's my cameraman, right? We are there because हमें रिपोर्टिंग करनी है. Nobody knows हमने क्या किया है. We are no heroes. हम उस भीड़ का हिस्सा है. हम कौन है? हम कोई नहीं है. हम तब भी हमारी रिपोर्टिंग करने हैं बिकॉज ये तो हमारा बड़ा न्यूज था, है ना, और अब इतने लोग आ गए हैं. हम तो ये एक्चुअली हमारे चैनल के लिए कर रहे थे, होपिंग कि हमारे चैनल को कुछ मिले. एंड देन वी रियलाइज कि हमारे लिए दिस इज अ लॉट मोर देन दैट. ये सिर्फ एक खबर नहीं है हमारे लिए, है ना. और वो जब बच्चियां निकल रही होती हैं खुद ब खुद, आई थिंक मेरा हाथ संजय जी के कैमरे पे चला गया था. वो कैमरा,
ट्रिविया ये है कि वहाँ पे डायलॉग थे.
हाँ,
संजय मिश्रा और भूमि के आपस में डायलॉग थे जो लिखे थे हमने. जब बच्चे निकलने लग गए वहां से, लोगों ने कुछ बोला ही नहीं,
जस्ट
they stopped talking. और संजय सर का कैमरा नीचे चला गया, भूमि का माइक नीचे हो गया. एंड आई फेल्ट कि हाँ यार, इनको रिपोर्टिंग करने की जरूरत तो नहीं है, इनके लिए बहुत बड़ी जीत है. रिपोर्टिंग से बहुत बड़ी चीज है जो उनके साथ हो रही है. इसीलिए जब सारी मीडिया वाले खड़े थे, जब इनके पास अपॉर्चुनिटी थी कि भी बड़े बन सकते थे वहां पे, तो स्टॉप टॉकिंग.
Yeah, that's very like, even like you visualize all the entire scenes, and especially when such things happen, you know, so many times they are rescued and all. And usually as we talk about small town, you know, cases, you know, even in you know, metropolitan cities or, you know, cosmopolitan, we do see things which take place. And recent was a 21-year-old, you know, Mumbai girl. She narrated the entire incident, but of course we have to, you know, not talk about this, you know, but that is something which is happening, you know,
happening globally,
and we cannot say that, oh, it's only in India, you know. So many times I also have this argument with
and it's not just in a certain social setup. This happens across. That's why what is the running theme in the film? कि हमारा समाज भक्षक बन रहा है, हम सब उसका हिस्सा है. हमारे बगल वाले घर में आपको किसी बच्चे या औरत की आवाज आएगी कि हमें पता उस there's violence happening over there, लेकिन हम पुलिस को फोन नहीं उठाते कि मेरा पछड़ा थोड़ी ना, मैं क्यों उसमें घुसूं.
And like अभी ऐसे हो गया off late, I feel like we used to feel that maybe after lockdown people would be more, close. But now वो थोड़ा disappear हो रहा है rather. People have become all the more like violent. They have gotten too much into activities. And recently, which also happened was somewhere in Indore, I think, where a man could have been saved, but people were too occupied looting him that he died on his, way to hospital. So do you also feel that the impact on humans' brain is quite bad of late, and we are getting to see a lot of chapters of late happening a lot. Like, of course, crime existed, but
ये
now
तो ऐसा जाने वाला ग्राफ है ना.
मुझे तो लगता है कि ये पर्सनल है, मतलब ये लोगों की बात, लोग तो हम सब मिल साथ आएंगे तो लोग बन जाते हैं, वरना तो आप इंडिविजुअल है ना. तो चेंज तो आप जब तक आप नहीं चाहेंगे कुछ बदलना तो कैसे बदलेगा. एक फिल्म थी, नाम नहीं याद है मुझे, उस फिल्म का नाम था जब तक कुछ बदलोगे नहीं दोस्त कुछ बदलता नहीं है. तो जब तक बदलोगे नहीं क्या बदलेगा, किसी न किसी को तो बदलना पड़ेगा ना. और अगर मैं बदलूंगा, ये बदलेंगे, तो जब हम साथ मिलेंगे तो हम सारे लोग बदल जाएंगे. तो लोगों का बदलना इंडिविजुअलिटी से शुरुआत होती है उसकी. आई थिंक वो समय लगेगा. बट
जो लास्ट मोनोलॉग है फिल्म का, which was actually a very tough scene for me to shoot technically, है ना, क्योंकि literally एक दिन पहले सर ने मुझे दिया था 5 मिनट का मोनोलॉग है, और मैंने कहा टेलीप्रॉम्प्टर हो गया क्या. इज लाइक नहीं, मैंने कहा 5 मिनट कैमरे में देखते हुए, कैमरा हिल रहा है, बट वो मोनोलॉग ना, जो आपके सारे क्वेश्चंस है वो मोनोलॉग सम अप कर देता है. एवरीथिंग. जो लास्ट लाइन ट्रेलर में भी है कि खुद की गिनती इंसान में करना भूल गए हैं क्या, या आप खुद को भक्षक समझते हैं आप. वेयर इज द ह्यूमैनिटी.
That's true, actually. And on that note, before I let both of you go, I have to ask this question, which has been the case for over the years, where cinema gets blamed so many times, that, because an individual is wearing a certain outfit, or, actresses are dressing in a certain manner, or, Kabir Singh ke hair scenes. Do you feel that this movie is having a different message, where ये सब जो पूरा टाइम जो सिनेमा को ब्लेम किया जाता है, वो कॉन्टेक्स्ट नहीं होगा एटलीस्ट फ्रॉम द ऑडियंस?
यार
मुझे लगता है, मुझे तो लगता है कि सिनेमा ना कुछ बिगाड़ सकता है ना बना सकता है. वो लिटरेचर की तरह, जो आदमी पढ़ेगा उसको जैसा लगेगा वैसा होगा.
वो
So it's all about the
वो
human
करता है. ऑफ कोर्स वो अभी आप उसको परसीव कैसे करते हैं वो तो आपकी ऊपर है ना. और वी आर नॉट ट्राइंग टू, वी आर अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस ब्यूटिफुल इंडस्ट्री, ऑफ दिस ब्यूटिफुल फ्रेटर्निटी. एंड दैट्स क्या मैं बोलूं, मतलब हमारा सो लाइफ है ये जो हम करते हैं, है ना. तो किसी और की भी फिल्म को अगर कोई कुछ, इट्स.
Lastly, before I let both of you go, what are your upcoming projects you're working on?
I can't talk about it. We can never talk about it.
Yeah. Now it's become very obvious. Like, no,
He also can't talk about it, actually.
Because since you're making a debut with this one, how was it the entire journey for you? Because, casting someone like Bhumi Pednekar, and, she's a talented, one which we have in the industry, and we're blessed to have her, to see her talent, she changing her gears completely for that matter.
Yeah, for me it's a great opportunity, and it's not actually my debut, but I'm counting Bhakshak as my
debut for Netflix basically.
So I'm counting this film as my rebirth as a filmmaker, because this is something where I belong to. I can say finally that I have found my voice. I want to tell this kind of a story. I want to make film like this. So this is something very special, and which I think will always remain like this.
Okay. Thank you so much for allowing us, and all the very best.
Hi, this is Bhumi Pednekar.
Hi, this is Pulkit.
And you're watching us exclusively on Zoom.
Zoom.